Hello again, YouTube. Welcome back. It's episode 2 of my newly created Liverpool career mode for FIFA 15. Thanks everyone for checking this out if you're listening, and thanks everyone for the comments and subscribing and the likes. I really appreciate it. As always, if you've enjoyed the video, please feel free to leave me a like or subscribe if you haven't already, and the comments as always help me and they help you. Very exciting package today. We are going to go through the first month of the season. We've got it's a big day. We've got 4 matches, 2 gameplays, and 2 sims. Our first match is the season opener at home against Southampton. That's a tough one. And followed by a simmed match versus Man City, and another gameplay match against Aston Villa, before ending with our final match of August against Spurs, and before, again, leaving you hanging for the following game, which is going to be Champions League. Our first Champions League match, at least in my series of videos. So, you guys have seen the starting lineups here. I'm trying to play a conservative game. We already talked about some of the weaknesses with Liverpool's defense, so I didn't really want to get too aggressive, especially in my first game. Just trying to get try to get a clean sheet, frankly, and maybe score some goals in the counterattack. And you see there, we had an early opportunity. This seems to be kind of the thing that's happening. Balotelli, great little move into open space here, but he has a great opportunity, and he even gets the rebound, and he can't put either of them in. And I seem to be running into that problem with Balotelli, as his ability to finish so far this season has been poor. That being said, he is alongside Daniel Sturridge, as we see a close call there from Southampton. I think that might have been Dusan Tadic there, and then as that one rings off the post, off the throw-in, Jay Rodriguez doing a little tiki-taka to Schneiderlin. Schneiderlin seems to be the quarterback here, as Dusan Tadic drops a quick pass in the box to Victor Wanyama, and I don't even know what to say here. I mean, looking at the replay, yeah, look at all the open space he has on his left foot there. I mean, Gerrard, what is he doing? Is that Gerrard or Lovren? I don't know. I can't tell. Hopefully it's Lovren, considering where the ball is at that point in the penalty box. But yeah, I'm still trying to work on that. We got to keep our form here, and that I'm gonna take that and eat it as my own error. But we still have a little bit left in us in the final 5 minutes here, as we are pressing it. We are putting some pressure onto the Southampton defense. I don't know if they're just absorbing our attacks, but we had a lot of opportunities in the last 5-10 minutes of the match, as Coutinho spins out of the way of that defender before having the ball slide tackled away from him by Jack Cork. Alderweireld will try and clear it out once again. Dejan Lovren there. Couple of quick passes between Skirtle and Johnson. Johnson seeing Coutinho open. Coutinho to Markovic, trying to use that pace. He gets a ball in, and it is blocked. It looked like it was for Balotelli or Sturridge there. Once again, the clearance by Southampton, intercepted by Liverpool, before Mourinho takes a final header and before the whistle is called. End of the match, ends 1-0. Not a great start for us, as Southampton celebrates an away victory to start their season. So certainly not what we would have liked, as Daniel Sturridge walks away clearly unhappy. But look, we only allowed 1 goal. So I'm going to take that as a victory. We had 5 shots on target, so we're getting some offense. We had almost 50% possession, so things are there. It's just a matter of putting it all together. And you can see Gerrard, I'm not sure he quite fits the way I play as a holding center defensive midfielder. And so I've been trying to kind of tinker with his positioning, maybe putting him as one of those corner holding midfielders, to see how he does. And I think he's played a lot better that way, because with his age, he's lacking a bit in pace, and certainly in FIFA he's lacking a bit in pace. So it's a little bit difficult the way I play to have a center back who can't. I like to have a center back who can go east-west, basically. I need to make sure that he has not only the stamina, but has the pace to be able to do that and to keep up with some of these guys that are dribbling around just outside of the box. And we see an early goal from Daniel Sturridge here as we jump out to a lead before Stevan Jovetic poops all over it. 1-1 here, and we are away, so I played a little bit of a more defensive formation, but it doesn't seem to be helping as Stevan Jovetic is single-handedly dismantling us, and looks like the two main strikers for each team both racking up a couple of goals in that game as it ends in a draw between Stevan Jovetic and Daniel Sturridge ultimately. So first two games of the season, you know what? I'll take that draw away at Man City at the Etihad. Would we like a win by this point? Certainly, but you have to hope here. At home at Anfield against Aston Villa, we should be able to put together 3 points. And if we can end the month maybe getting, 4 or 5 points, we'll take that as a victory. And maybe you guys want to hear some of the lineup reading, so I'll let you enjoy that. So I can't actually hear the dialogue when I'm recording the audio or the narration for these videos, so I don't know if they actually read the lineup for Aston Villa. I don't remember. I know they did for Liverpool, which is always nice. As we see Gerrard making a nice pass to Sturridge into space, uses the first touch to his advantage and buries it with the good foot. Patented Sturridge celebration there. And we jump out to our first gameplay lead of the season as Sturridge buries his third goal this year. So he's off to a hot start. He's in great form. I'd like to see Balotelli making some more of those chances. But once again, we see Sturridge there, tackled before getting the ball back. And he has a great opportunity there. I probably should have passed it to Balotelli, who was calling for the ball there, and I just didn't see it. I'm also not comfortable with making those passes. They always seem to be intercepted. I don't know if anybody has any tips on that, but please leave them in the comments if you guys can help out. That was an unfortunate miss there. That was so close for Raheem Sterling. Excuse me. Great ball. Even the bench is can't believe their eyes what they just saw. Aston Villa right at the edge of the penalty box, but they sky that ball, fortunately for us. But once again, we see Westwood and Bent and Richardson kind of passing amongst one another before Benteke, anyways, I can't pronounce his name, but Benteke gets the rebound off that shot, and Lord knows he is a very large man and very good on the headers, and he's going to make no mistake there as he just beats Martin Skrtel on the jump, and Skrtel is no slouch either, so Benteke's got to be happy as he puts in goal number 1. But 87th minute, we still want those 3 points. Moreno on the edge, sees Sturridge again, who buries it, same corner, same foot, same result. Daniel Sturridge, back-to-back 2-goal games, except it hits the legs of Aston Villa's defender, and unfortunately, I don't know why FIFA's doing that this year. I don't know the rules specifically, but I don't think that should have been an own goal just because it deflected off of the inside of his thigh. But FIFA marks it down as an own goal, so rather than giving Sturridge 2, he's only going to get 1 this game. But regardless, we take it as we end with a victory and finally get our first win of the season. So that's a big relief. As you can see, I shifted the formations around even from beginning to end of the game, and I've moved Gerrard around a little bit, and you see he played a little bit better today. He didn't have to make as many runs, especially with a second kind of defensive midfielder there. I think it helps with him, so I think I'm going to try and do that or play him as one of those holding midfielders he needs some kind of pairing is ultimately the conclusion. But before we get to the end of this episode, we have to play out the final match of August as Spurs face off with Liverpool today. Balotelli finally finally opening his Liverpool account, but Roberto Soldado, who doesn't really score in real life, really has something to say about that as he decides to score in the 89th minute. Really, Soldado? 89th minute? Come on. Take a break, why don't you? And we get some bad news there, as I think it's Glenn Johnson. The screen kind of moved quickly, but I think it's Glenn Johnson with a training injury out for 6 weeks. As I'm trying something new here to end the episodes too. Since we're going to do it monthly, what I'm thinking of doing is kind of summarizing where we're at the end of the month. So you'll see kind of the player of the month here in the breaking news, and any other news that may have occurred. That's an interesting one. Suarez not adjusting to life at FC Barcelona. I'll have to monitor that. Maybe a return to Liverpool? No, probably not. I think Liverpool fans would be upset with me. Scousers might be unhappy. As I tease the Champions League fixture coming up in the next episode, we take a look at the EPL table. Sitting in 9th right now with 5 points in our first 4 games, and we're only a couple points out of a Champions League spot. Granted, almost all of the teams in the Champions League or in the European spots have a game in hand, but we're close. We're still close as we see some of the top scorers. Daniel Sturridge is up there. Steven Gerrard at the top of the list in assists with 2. And as we come to the episode, just want to say again, thanks guys for watching, and I hope to see you in the next episode. Take care, everyone. I hope you enjoy as we sign our first scout, I think. Yeah, we had to settle for a 4-star. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. I hope you enjoyed.